Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to and he's started already. I'm so sorry for this. It's late, we're tired, we're caffeined up, but we are back with another episode of KSP Enhanced Edition. And it is finally time. What is it time for, Darren?
Land on the Mun.
I'm
ready. I had toast this morning.
He has had his toast. Once again, I am joined by my co-host DarrenB and HD.
Hi.
And it is time. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna go Mun or bust. That was what it said last time.
Bust.
We went round it. We done a flyby. We didn't do a shootout, but we went round it. Now, like I said on the last video, I have been doing a few of the side missions, like ferry tourists around, which we did last time. So I finished off, Bob Hat. We took him up there and we took him around. So I've done quite a bit, and I was able to earn quite a bit of money just so I could upgrade a few of the areas. The main one being R&D, because we needed to upgrade R&D because we couldn't spend over a certain amount of points, but now we can. So let's quickly go into our R&D and we'll see what we've learned so far, because I've done a bit of science while I was up there. So this was one of the key features that I wanted to get, which was the fuel systems. The idea for the rocket that I'm going for, I did actually get from another YouTuber, Scott Manley. He is a very, very educated KSP advisor, I would say. He does a lot of tutorial videos, so I watched a few of his videos, and the main part that I actually wanted was the FL T800 fuel tank. It's bigger, it's longer, and it's got more fuel to get us up. He's starting already. And this, the FTX2 external fuel ducts. Now, I had no idea what these do until I watched Scott's video. And basically what we can do is we can do something that Scott likes to describe as asparagus staging. Now, we'll get into asparagus staging when we actually start the construction. Darren's sitting here looking at me with a really weird face because he doesn't understand what I'm talking about. And a lot of you probably won't, but I'll explain it as we go along. The next part, I wanted to get the fairings. So this thing here. Any comments on that, Darren?
None at all.
None at all.
Staying silent.
Staying silent. So basically, you know when you see a space rocket go up and there's parts that split off and then the inside, yeah, it's called a fairing.
Do you know I legit saw a rocket go to space when I was in Florida? Legit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I was like 8. I think it was...
Not Apollo 11.
No. Who was the one...
God. Sorry, guys.
What was the one where... I think it was like either Buzz Aldrin or John Glenn became the oldest man in space.
I'm not sure my space history to be...
It was like 1997, I think. I was in Florida and it went up. I saw it from the side of the road.
This is basically a fairing, so you can put stuff inside this and it'll be protected. It's a protective shell and it splits apart. I'll quickly go over this as we're doing the build, but I'm not actually going to use this one this time. We've also got our thrusters, which we don't actually need, or I'm not going to use them for this time. We've got a landing can for when we start building.
We like a strong thrust over Kruger&Co gaming.
We do indeed, especially with Darren's building. And this one here, this will let us explore a bit more. So we've got like rover parts, ladders, and a hitchhiker storage, which we're actually going to do next time. There are a few Kerbins.
No, their second name's Kerman. They're Kerbals.
Oh, okay. We do this every single episode. Yeah. I don't understand it.
Kerman's their second name because they're all related.
Yep.
Kerbal's their race. Kerbin's their planet.
There we go.
And Confuse is what we are.
We are indeed. But yeah, so we can pick up some hitchhikers that are currently lost in space. And that's all we've got at the moment, because that's all the research that I was able to collect. But we're going to collect some when we go. So the first thing we need to do, mission control.
Go see Gene.
Yep. Well, once again, seeing Gene, and we're going to plant the flag on the Mun.
Oh no.
Oh yes. There's quite a lot of funds for that one. So we're going to take that one. Collect scientific data from the surface of the Mun. So we're going to take that one. And explore the Mun. Now I think...
We're going all out here, aren't we?
Park 2 vessels next to each other around the Mun. What could possibly go wrong? So no, we're not going to do this one because we've not got 2 vessels.
I can build one. You can build one.
No.
It would never work.
No, it really wouldn't.
Okay.
So we'd have to stick one up there first and then take the second one up, and that'd have to be Jebediah first with Valentina following.
No, get rid of Valentina first in case it goes wrong.
Yeah. But we've got some more ferry tourists on different expeditions, Mun, Kerbin, orbits, suborbital. So I'll do those again once we're ready for the next video. So what we've got active is we've got this one here. Now I selected this one just because it's a different take, and I want to do this one later on. But there's 5 different areas of the Mun that we need to explore. But I actually want to take a space plane there to do this exploration. So we've got plant the flag and scientific data from the surface, and I've still got to take 2 more. So we're going to go down to our vehicle assembly bay.
I have nothing but confidence in this mission.
You should
It's
do.
the first time we've recorded in the evening.
It is the first time we're recording in the
Only
evening,
good things can happen.
and we're going to the Mun in the evening. So once again, Mark 1 command pod is what we're going to use. We're going to want some science straight away. Now, I've actually figured out that the junior science pods don't like to be towards the bottom. They need to be more towards the top
Because they blow up.
because they blow up. So we're going to take 2 of these. We're going to take 2 of the service bays. 1 there and the second one there. And right underneath that we're going to put the standard heat shield once again. And this will be what lands back on Kerbin. So we're going to quickly open up these service bays and edit what's inside them again. Top one we're going to have the 4 goo canisters, and the bottom one we're going to have the thermostats, etc, etc.
It wouldn't be a space flight without goo. Every time. That sounds so wrong. But I mean that every time we always take goo.
Well, I thought Jebediah would have the goo, not the space rocket. But, okay. Let's zoom a little bit in because it's too far away. I can't quite see what I'm doing right now. So about there, all the canisters are inside, so that's fine. So we can close that bay. That one's done. That's our goo. We've got the goo. Now we want, this is a symmetry of 4 again, which is fine. Let's quickly turn these on their axis. Those there, and the pressure mats. Those there. That's our service bays all done. Nice, simple, quick, all done. We're not going to transmit it back. That's how it's going to be. So once again, stage into couplers. Straight underneath there. Oh, I need to sort out the parachutes first. I only want a stage of 2. If it will let me select them again. Yep. Put these down here. Hopefully that's not blocking the crew hatch at all. Nope.
I reckon we should put landing legs on this so we can land vertical back on the planet.
Well, we're going to have to put landing legs on because we need to land on the Mun.
Oh, we're going to the Mun, aren't we?
We are indeed, Darren.
That's the
I don't think he's quite awake, even though he's been awake all day.
Wow.
He's still not quite there.
It's been a long one.
It has been a long day for you. Now, for the flybys, I haven't actually been using that much fuel, or I've not needed to. But for this, I am going to change what I am using. I'm going to take 2 of these.
What are they?
They are basically, these are the exact same as this, but rather than being straight and long,
They're more girthy.
they're yes, I'll let you have that. Yes, they are more girthy, and we're going to have the Terrier engine.
That looks ridiculous.
That is what is going to bring us back from the Mun.
That's coming back.
That's coming back.
That.
It
It looks insane.
We're going to want the landing legs. Symmetry of 4 or 6.
Probably more.
You want to go for a symmetry of 6?
Look at the size.
Okay, we're going for a symmetry of 6.
Look at the size of them.
Yeah. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of a modification with these because they don't quite. They're not quite long enough.
Yeah, that looks long enough.
It looks, but it's not. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to unsnap that. And I'm going to go onto the move tool, and we're just going to move these down a bit if I can remember. Nope, that's out.
Look at that.
Yeah, so we're just going to put it around
They
about.
still work fine, yeah?
Yeah, they still work fine. Just move these slightly back in. There. So that's going to give us enough of room so we can actually get down. And let's quickly start with these retracted. So go back onto the place tool, if it'll let me, there we go. And we'll select that, start retracted.
What's shielded? You can shield the legs.
You can shield the legs, but we don't particularly need to. It's absolutely fine. We are going to want struts.
Missing a ladder.
Yeah, we're going to have to put a ladder in so we can get our curve back. But we might not actually need to. Now I'm pretty sure he's got a spacesuit because he can do EVAs and space.
Is he getting out on the Mun?
He's getting out on the Mun.
He needs a ladder then.
Because he needs to plant a flag.
So he'd have to get out. He needs a ladder to get in. He can't just jump on up.
No, he's got a little spacesuit with thrusters on his back, hasn't he?
This is very true.
Yes. I'm completely lost on what I'm doing. Oh, struts. We need struts. And we're going to have a...
So we're starting to go out, make our rockets fatter.
Yes.
Now,
and as
rather than long, which is cool.
Yeah, and as we progress through this series, we will have larger rockets. What I do, wrong one. What I want to quickly show you is the fairings that I was talking about. This one here. If it's long enough. No, it's not quite long enough. Right, so I'm just going to put that to one side. And what you can do is if you put that there. Now, you've got closed fairing, cancel placement, etc. If I click, no, let's put this back. You can actually extend this out, extend it up.
No.
And you can create all sorts of positions.
I like that.
So you can have all sorts of different shapes.
Yeah.
So I can actually put that there.
Yeah, I would.
And
oh.
you can have another section going up, so it's longer.
I'm not sure how I feel about that one. But it keeps it safe, right?
Yeah, it keeps it safe for when you're going through.
God, this is so confusing.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it adds different tons, different costs, whatever you do. So you could do that one there.
Should we be having that on there now?
You can do if you want to.
No, not the one you're building right now, because it looks
no.
insane.
But yeah, you can just keep going up and up and up and up until you get to a position that you like, and then start bringing it in.
That's cool. It looks like a real rocket.
Yeah, so you got that, and that would actually split apart in space. When we get up there, that could all separate. But it's a bit too high, so I'm just gonna take that off because it's not actually needed this time, and you can see all the different parts move as it all goes. So that's something that we're going to explore next time in the next video for when we go to the next mission.
For people who want to buy this and have never played it before, be warned, it is extremely complicated.
It does get complicated as we start to venture to newer areas, but I just wanted to quickly show you that because I know you've not seen that yet.
No.
So next one, the coupler. Once again, now we're going to have to move this rocket up because it is quite low to the ground, and we're going to need the next stage. So that is the lander. That is what is going to land on the Mun and come back. Now we actually need to get out into orbit and get towards the Mun. So we're going to take one of these. Now
Just one?
Change the symmetry. We're going to take another one and put it underneath. And we're going to
Are
have
these solid fuel or are they fuel tanks?
These are the liquid fuel with the
liquid
oxidizer.
fuel. Right, okay.
And we're going to have a swivel on this one. There's a reason why I'm putting a swivel on this one. We need radial the couplers. Now I do this in a symmetry of 1 just to get where I want to place it all.
And you switch it up.
And then I switch it up and we have a symmetry of 2. And this is what's going to be our asparagus staging. And I'll explain more of that as we go through. So we've got our side or radial decoupler. Place that one there, this one just underneath, and then we're going to place the reliant. This is just to get us into orbit. So what I've done is...
How many are you going to have on there afterwards?
I'm now going to change this to a radial 2 and take this and swivel it around a little bit more so just so it's in line. That is stage 3.
How many stages are there?
4 in total.
This rocket's insane.
That is stage 3. Let's quickly add some aerodynamics to it, which will be down here. So I want the nose cone just on top, and the, sorry, what was that? That was the AV R8 winglet right down the centre towards the bottom. And I'm just going to put that one there. So that is stage 1. Now if you're on the PC, it's a lot easier because you can alt click just to copy it. But because we're on the Xbox, I haven't quite figured out if you can do that. I'm not sure if you can. So I'm going to have to now create stage 2 the exact same. So that's stage 3. Let's go back up. So radial decoupler. Put it. Need to make sure that it is in line because we don't want our COM, center of mass, to be off by too much. That looks pretty decent to me. What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, it's pretty even.
Yeah, you like that?
Maybe off in Kerbal centimetres, but
yeah, if they use centimetres. And then we're just going to place the second one, fuel tank.
what do they use?
I'm not sure. I don't know if they actually use. Oh no, they've still got like tons, meters, centimeters. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it could be centimeters. I'm just going to place that one there. It's a tiny bit off. That looks better. There we go. So that's the second one done. It's all done by eyesight. It is quite hard.
You know, I'm a big fan of how many rockets you're putting on this. Now, see, this is because I made that rocket. You took inspiration for that. Don't say you didn't, because you did.
Like I said at the beginning of the video, I did actually take inspiration from Scott Manley, not from DarrenB.
Me and him have got a lot in common.
You do. You both like rockets,
And Manly.
and you're both manly, if you say so.
I've got a beard.
He's got a beard, so that makes him manly. So that's stage 2. Oh, we haven't actually put the rocket on there, which needs to be
This
the Reliant.
It's so good.
So that's the Reliant, and now stage 1.
I'm a massive fan.
Yeah, you liking this one?
I am.
Good.
So, and then you put more on.
Yes. This is now going to be.
Why didn't you just do
stage
one and
1.
just do the radial 6? Was it because you need them in different stages?
Because
It's
of
easier
the
to split.
asparagus staging setup, basically what's going to happen once I've done all this is the first set of rockets is actually going to drain fuel. Whilst it's in launch, it's going to drain fuel to the next stage.
I'm just going to watch and learn.
That's with the fuel ducts.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue how this works, so I'm just going to...
Yeah, that is with the fuel ducts. So let's get the aerodynamics and I'll start adding the fuel ducts in. The fuel duct placement is quite tricky to get because it's in such an awkward space on the first one.
They could do with doing some sort of feature where you can build a rocket, save it, and people can download your creation.
Yeah. I do believe they do have that on the Steam store,
Not on Xbox.
but not on the Xbox because the Xbox doesn't have all of that.
This is the full
ability.
release, though. This isn't the game preview, is it?
No, this is the full release. But obviously on Steam, you've got mods and stuff you can add to it, so it is a little bit easier. Okay, we need the fuel ducts, which I actually believe are up here. Here we go. The external fuel duct. This is where it now gets tricky because I need to get in behind stage 3 and attach it to stage 4. So what we're going to try and do, place it on there to there, and you can see on there are arrows that it's showing which way the fuel is going. So that's going to go into there. Now if I go to the other side, it's doing the exact same.
Is that what you want, yeah?
Yep, so now I'm going to go from stage 2 to stage 3 and then stage 1 to stage 2.
So it's rotating around and going in.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is you've obviously got 2 stage 1s, 2 stage 2s, 2 stage 3s and then 1 stage 4 in the middle. So stage 1 being the very outer rim, which is this rocket here and the opposite rocket on the other side. That's going to burn fuel quicker than stage 2 and 3. Then it's going to eject off, stage 2 will become full again and burn off.
I'm with you.
Eject off, stage 3 will burn off.
I'm following you.
And number 4. And that is...
Is this what the asparagus thing is?
That is what the asparagus staging is.
Why is it named asparagus staging?
I don't know.
No particular reason.
What do asparaguses do when you do they split off in different stages?
Well, you got the little head bit,
Yep.
and then when you're cooking them, you're meant to bend them where they snap. You throw away that bit 'cause it's not meant to be good for you, and you stir fry them.
But you don't keep snapping on into different stages?
Nah.
Oh, okay, I don't know then.
Nah.
This is just something...
It's a cool name for it,
Excuse
though.
me. This is just something that Scott said. Now, obviously we want all of the rockets to be in stage 8. And what we need to make sure now is that all of these stages, they're going to release at the correct point. So this needs to be stage 1. So what I do is I turn my camera just to make sure that I'm on stage 1, which is this one here, and the decouplers are showing that they're on that rocket. Stage 2 should be that one, which it looks like it is. Yep. And then stage 3 will once again be the first set that we put on.
Awesome.
And then stage 4 will be the final bit before we use the I can't even think.
Mission success.
I can't even think of what that engine's called now. The Terrier engine, sorry. And then Terrier engine kick into life. So I'm just going to place that onto there. That will kick in, and then you've got the parachute.
This looks more like it. We're starting to get there with rockets.
Yes, we are. I want the fairings to be a little bit bigger, so I could have had the top of the pod to go all the way around.
Yeah.
But we'll get there eventually.
Don't forget your ladder.
Yep.
That's my job today. I'm ladder patrol.
Your ladder patrol. So there is the ladder. So let's turn around to the other side, so we're on the correct way. And we now need to build our ladder going all the way down. So for some reason that's not centre anymore. There we go. So there.
Oh wow, we've really got to place them all the way down.
Yep. I don't actually know if they need to be a certain width apart from each other. This is my first time placing ladders.
Wow. Maybe we should take 2 astronauts and one can take over if the other one doesn't make it back.
I've got faith that he will. And then obviously I'm going to need some ladders here as well, by the sounds of what Darren's saying.
I'm just guessing. I mean, this game's quite in depth. So
Yeah.
I reckon that'll be alright. It's not saying we
No, it's, it's showing, but we've got ladders both sides.
that's fine, just in case.
Okay. We have ladders. Lots of them. But that is it. That is the rocket that we're going to use to get to the Mun and land. We've got all our science. We don't need antennas. We don't need batteries. We've got the heat shield where we need it. We don't need any of those because they're for the space plane. The one thing we are missing is some struts just to keep this rocket stable. So once again, we're just going to place these along, and we have to place it in 2x2 because obviously we are on asparagus, and even if I wanted to do it as a 6, it wouldn't quite work. So that's there, and once again from the nose cone to that propellant there, and we'll be fine. So we'll quickly place that. I'm going to place it to, if it will let me, just there. Once again, so fiddly. It is really fiddly trying to place these smaller parts.
Yeah, I bet on the PC, mouse.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard,
Nice and
it'd be
easy.
so much easier to do all of this, but we haven't got the luxury of that at the moment. Hopefully Xbox will be bringing out the mouse and keyboard for games like this in the future, but I suppose we'll have to wait till E3.
Is that your
to find
E3 prediction?
That is my E3 prediction. They did mention it a while ago, but it's not come to light as of yet. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. This is it, guys. We are going to the Mun.
Yeah, right.
No, we are.
I had faith before. I've lost it a little bit now.
Why have you lost it?
You can explain the asparagus thing, and I was like, well,
As we go up,
maybe
you
we
will
should
see-
change the name.
To what?
Operation Aubergine.
Operation Aubergine.
It's got a ring to it.
Well, this is it. Jebediah is in the cockpit. He is ready to
The rocket looks
fly.
cool.
The rocket does look cool.
Right.
Thank you. That is Scott Manley's creation.
Well done, Scott. Get my seal of approval.
We've got Darren's seal of approval. That is a very big deal. Do you want to give us the countdown?
From 3,
From 3,
2,
1.
mission launch.